Welcome back to Watch JR Mow. We are here at the next house that we have to mow. Basically, the way we found a bunch of houses that we have to tackle insane yards at is we put out a call asking if there was anybody that our friends and family knew that needed help, and this was one of them. And this one needed help because their push mower broke. They were mowing this giant yard with a push mower, and apparently they lost their dog one day. And that makes sense because their yard, almost all the way through, is a solid knee deep, 2 feet knee deep, and it's a huge yard, so we have a lot of cleanup to do here. So with that said, the front yard's just as bad too. We're gonna try to get all this mowed, and we don't even know if we can get our big mower back here right now because the gate might be a little bit too small. So with that said, let's jump right into this. And then maybe we can get their push mower fixed for them as well. Apparently it broke. And if we solve the push mower problem for the family, hopefully they can take care of it after we get it all knocked down one time. I don't even know how you're going to do this with a push mower at this height. But we're going to try to do it today, so let's jump into it. A lot of cleanup to do here, and it's just as bad over there. It's like an entire field. What was... I know. You can hold it back up at the mower? I don't think so either. want to throw the mower on board? Well guys, if that's not a difference, I don't know what is. We're what, an hour and a half into this or so, and we've got nice clean edges, everything cleaned up, backyard back together. They had a mirror here that was broken, so we picked up some of that, tried to get some of the trash out of here. And back here in the back, it looks like a totally different house. Now, we had a bunch of challenges on this yard that were a little crazy. So where this clean out is, there's like a 1 foot hill here. You can see I'm about a foot taller right there. And there's also giant cinder blocks right over there. And luckily the mower deck stopped before it actually found those. We didn't end up hitting them. Don't know what that was, maybe some type of oven or something. And we edged everything we could, but concrete's a little broken up. It's very clean for the most part, but there's only so much you can do. There's another giant hill back there, maybe 3 foot tall or something like that. And really just a lot of obstacles we had to work around. So it ended up taking a long time. And I know everyone talks about us blowing grass in the neighbor's yard. So since they had about a 3 foot strip, I just figured I'd mow both. Cleaned up everything we could here from what, 24 inches tall to about 3.5. So I think this is looking pretty good. Hopefully they don't lose their dog again. Hopefully we solved some problems for them, and didn't see their push mower anywhere around here, so I guess maybe we can fix that for them later. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching Watch JR Mow, and I can't wait to see you on the next one. Quick look at the front yard too. We had to triple cut everything here just to knock it all down. And Eric sharpened all the blades on the lawnmower right before we got here. Getting attacked. Time to get out of here.